Hi, I'm Lakshmi Prasanna Chodisetti. This is my Summer 1 2025 Automata Theory project, CKY parsing project. To start with, what is CKY parsing? CKY parsing is a bottom-up chart parsing algorithm used to determine if a given string or sentence belongs to a language defined by a context-free grammar. So, uh, CKY is basically the opposite of derivation. In derivation, we usually start with the start symbol and then move on to the sentences. But here in CKY parsing, we usually start with the sentence and go back to the start symbol. So, it it's used in natural language processing to analyze sentence structure. It works by splitting a sentence into parts and combining them accordingly to grammar rules to eventually form a full sentence. The parse builds a triangle table which each cell represents possible non-terminal that can generate in substring. Why do we need CKY parsing? To determine sentence validity, is a given sentence grammatically correct according to the formal grammar. To build syntactic structures for natural language questions. It's efficient for parsing in NLP applications like chatbots, translators, and grammar checkers. Requires grammar to be in CNF form, binary rules, which implies parsing. Uh, what is the CKY parsing process? Uh, First of all, the input will be a sentence, and we take a CNF grammar and a lexicon. Initially, we create a CKY table, an end-to-end triangle table where n is the number of words in that sentence. Then we go to the each cell and take the substring of the length of the cell. Fill each cell with the lexical category from the lexicon. Fill higher cells. For each substring, combine a pair of cells to match CNF rules like A equals to B, C. Add A to the current cell if such a rule exists. Final check. If the top right cell contains S, the sentence is valid. Otherwise, it is invalid. Why, uh, why do we need to convert the CFG, that is the context-free grammar, to CNF, Chomsky Normal Form? So, in order to build a CKY parsing table, first we need to convert our CFG to CNF. CNF is a restricted form of CFG where all the rules are of the form A tends to B, C. Only two non-terminals on right side are A equals to A, one terminal. Why we need CNF? CNF parsing only works with, CKY parsing only works with CNF. CNF simplifies and standardizes the structure for efficient table-based parsing. So coming to my project, the project purpose and description. This project focuses on applying the CKY parsing algorithm to a specific domain, questions for computing, using techniques from context-free grammar and Chomsky norm form. The project demonstrates how to logically design a parser that recognizes valid questions in computing and rejecting invalid ones. All parsings is done manually through CKY tables, and the grammar rules are crafted based on natural language questions about computing topics. Coming to the domain area of my project, the domain selected includes natural language questions related to computer science topics such as programming languages, machine learning, and computer systems. These questions reflect beginner to intermediate courtesy often found in classrooms, help desk, and chatbot contexts. Coming to the valid sentences, I took a 15 valid sentences. Those are These are the valid sentences that I have taken to construct a context-free grammar for my project. What is machine learning? What is the ER diagram used for? And etc. These are the three invalid sentences that I have taken. This is the context-free grammar that I have generated from those 15 valid sentences. This is the lexicon that is the category and words that are needed to form a CNF. To convert a context-free grammar to CNF, we take the lexicon and context-free grammar, and on step 1 we replace terminals on RHS of length greater than 1. Later in step 2, we'll do the binary conversion, that is A tends to BC format. On step 3, VP and NP normalization is done, and that results in the final CNF form grammar. These these are the valid sentences CKY parsing tables that I have generated for two of the sentences. What can software engineering do for you is an example where you can see it is a bottom-up approach where the top rightmost cell if the topmost right cell is S, that means this particular sentence is accepted by the grammar. So for these two valid sentences, you can see for the third example, what can software engineer do for you? You can see on the cell O, 5 there is an S, which means that this particular sentence is accepted by the context-free grammar that I have created. Similarly, what is deep learning used for? Even this sentence is accepted by my grammar. And then these are the invalid sentences and their corresponding CKY parsing tables. Here also you can see that none of these tables have an start symbol S in the top rightmost corner, which means these particular sentences are invalid. Thank you.